My role is simply to welcome you to GCIS and to welcome you to this quite important briefing on the state of readiness. As you might know, that we are hosting quite an important event in the calendar of geopolitics, and that is the BRICS summit. But what is important is also the readiness of the country. Allow me to invite Major General Peters, who will then take over the processes to run with them. Major General.
Thank you very much, Mr. Baloyi. Good morning, members of the media. Good morning to our audiences at home. With me are the chairpersons of the Natjoints and the Priority Committee for the BRICS Summit. We are expecting to be joined by the co-chairpersons. As you know, that the Natjoints is a structure led by the South African Police Service, the State Security Agency, as well as the South African National Defence Force. But for the sake of time, we will start and they will catch up with us later. On my right is the chairperson of the Natjoints, who is also the Deputy National Commissioner for Policing, Lieutenant General Tebello Musikidi. And to the General's right is Lieutenant General Muthala, who is the chairperson of the Priority Committee of the Natjoints that is taking care of the BRICS safety and security. We will immediately now hand over to Lieutenant General Musikidi to take us through the statement prepared for today. Over to you, General. Thank you.
Thank you very much, General Peters, South African Police Service Head of Communication. General Muthala, the co-chair of the Priority Committee responsible for the upcoming event of BRICS. My colleagues, members of the media, a very good morning. As General Peters has indicated, I am co-chairing the National Joint and Security Cluster intelligence structure with or alongside National Defence Force, State Security Agency. And I would like to take this opportunity to assure the nation that it is satisfied with its plans to secure the BRICS Summit, which will be held in less than 7 days to come. The main summit is expected to start on the 22nd of August until the 24th of August in 2023. I must indicate that as the country, we are proud to announce that it is not for the first time that South Africa hosts the BRICS Summit. As with the previous summit held in the country, the Natjoint is confident that this one too will take place in a safe and secure environment. However, as the Natjoints, we take every event as if it's for the first time. Ladies and gentlemen, the Natjoint is mandated to secure and ensure thorough planning, implementation, execution, and monitoring of all aspects concerning the safety, security, and stability in the Republic of South Africa. I must indicate that Natjoint, as it is known, is an operational arm of the JCPS cluster DGs and ministers. The Natjoint is mandated to ensure thorough planning, implementation, and execution. With the summit in 4 days, the Natjoint is ready to ensure that as government prepares to welcome heads of states, ministers, and leaders from various countries from across the world, that this happen in a safe and secure environment with minimal to no incident of instability and criminality. A priority committee comprised of various government departments across all three spheres has been meeting regularly with all relevant role players to ensure a security plan is developed that looks at transport, route, venue, accommodation, traffic control, sea, land, and air border security. The safety and security preparation for the summit are on track, with all critical role players to execute their various responsibilities as per their mandate. The established discipline and work stream continues to implement the Natjoint's standard 5-pillar approach, which will ensure that all bases are covered thoroughly. Intelligence gathering, analysis, and coordination. Proactive approach, which includes high visibility to policing, prevention, and response to any eventuality. Combat approach through law enforcement in response to any violation of the law through the deployment of specialized, supported by the South African National Defence Force should need arises to exercise their secondary role of supporting the South African Police Service. The reactive approach through detection and case management, and the fifth and the last approach, it's awareness and information sharing led by the GCIS and communication teams from DERCO and the South African Police Service to keep the interested party and communities at home and abroad updated through messaging that will enhance the safety and security of everyone in the country, residents and visitors alike. One of those endeavors, it's what we are currently doing as the briefing to the state of readiness of the Natjoints to the upcoming event. Furthermore, working closely with all stakeholders, the Natjoints will thus heighten police visibility in and around the conference center with the aim of preventing and combating any form of opportunistic crime pre, during, and post the summit. We have mobilized maximum resources from all government departments involved in the planning of this particular event, together with various law enforcement agencies, including the Ekurhuleni Metro Police Department and Johannesburg Metro Police Department. We are executing and implementing the security plan accordingly, which will include more boots on the ground. All law enforcement agencies deployed to secure the event will enforce the law at all times and at all areas of deployment. Each and every member deployed has a responsibility and an obligation to execute their respective mandates professionally, impartially, and with integrity. It is on that note that we request everyone within the borders of South Africa to cooperate with law enforcement officers. Members of the public, we caution you against committing any illegal acts, as law enforcement agencies will not hesitate to act against anyone who conducts themselves in an unlawful manner. Any threats of disruptions will be dealt with decisively within the ambit of the law. Only those in possession of accreditation to attend will be allowed near the venue and restricted areas. I repeat, only persons that will be in possession of accreditation to attend will be allowed near the venue and restricted areas. Therefore, those who are still without accreditation, which includes officials and members of the media, are advised to pre-register and obtain a non-transferable accreditation. The online registration process will close on the 18th of August 2023. Accreditation collection is from the 19th of August to the 24th of August from 7 a.m. South African Standard Time to 1900 hours PM. Only those who have pre-registered will be eligible to collect their accreditation at Radisson Blu, Gautrain. Those found with fraudulent accreditation will face the full might of the law and will be dealt with accordingly. No accreditation card, no entrance to the venue. Lost cards must be immediately reported to the South African Police Service. It is a serious offense to exchange cards amongst colleagues and friends. To this end, high-density operation through increased roadblock, vehicle checkpoints, high visibility on foot, vehicle-mounted air patrols will be conducted. Stabilized operations and deployment of members at crime hotspots to ensure heightened integrated crime prevention operations are underway. A notice to all airmen, NOTAM, has also been issued by the Civil Aviation Authority, which restricts the airspace within 2 nautical miles and 5,000 feet above sea level to the conference venue from the 22nd to the 24th August, including and especially between 8 o'clock on Sunday, 20 August to 2400 hours on Thursday, the 24th of August 2023. All flyers are advised that this is a restricted no drone zone. Those who are found to be operating drones in the vicinity will be in breach of the restricted imposed by the Civil Aviation Authority, and as such, steps will be taken against transgressors. Residents in the city of Johannesburg are advised that there will be a limited access in areas surrounding the Sandton Convention Center. Those operating business and those who reside near Sandton Convention Center are advised of the following routes closures that enclosed the venue. From 8 a.m. on Sunday, the 20th of August to 2400 hours midnight on Thursday, the 24th of August. Routes are as follows: Corner, Moat and West Street, Corner West Street and Alice Lane, Corner Alice Lane and the 5th Street. On Wednesday, the 23rd of August, those operating businesses and residing along Midrand Gallagher Estate are advised on the following road closures. From 1500 hours South African Standard Time to 2400 hours on the set date. The following routes will be affected: Gallagher Avenue and Richards Drive Traffic Circle, Jonik and Lupton Street, Jonik and Pretoria Road. In closing, we are making a call to all South Africans, as they have done on many occasions, to welcome our international guests with humanity, warmth and care, in the true spirit of Ubuntu. We therefore affirm as Natjoints that we are ready for the upcoming event. Members are already on the ground, and we are ready to deliver a safe and secure event. I thank you.
Thank you very much, General. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, let me just remind you, that was Lieutenant General Tibello Musikidi, who is the co-chairperson of the Natjoint, also in her capacity as the Deputy National Commissioner for Policing in the South African Police Service. Ladies and gentlemen, we will immediately go over to questions. We'll take questions from the floor. I will open up for a round of questions. You will introduce yourself, the media house that you're representing, and pose your question. Can we take questions now? I don't see any hands. Does that mean the statement covered everyone's questions? Okay, from the WhatsApp, Ishmael?
Thank you, Chairperson. We don't have questions on the WhatsApp groups.
Okay. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, once again. I assume that that means our statement covered all areas of concern. We thank you once again for your attendance, and thank you once again to GCIS for arranging this. And we will be sharing the statement with you once again on our WhatsApp platform and our different communication channels. Thank you very much. And just as I was about to say my last thank you, there's a hand. Okay? Okay, General, how many law enforcement agencies will be deployed, or members? Okay. General,
Okay, you have to go over. Maximum deployment is going to be undertaken for this operation. Maximum deployment. All law enforcement agencies under the JCPS cluster will be deployed. I can't divulge numbers. We don't normally give the numbers for security reason, and numbers changes from time to time depending on the intelligence report that we get from time to time. So I may plan for 500 today, then there will be a necessity to upscale or to downscale, but a maximum deployment based on the challenges that will be at hand. Thank you.
Indeed, thank you, General. Just to emphasize what the General said, we do not normally give out our deployment figures for security reasons. So I take it then that that brings us to the end of this media briefing. Thank you very much once again, ladies and gentlemen, for attending. Thanks. Thank you, Generals.
Colleagues, thank you very much and thank you for coming. Please don't forget to collect your accreditation on the 19th, from the 19th at the Radisson Hotel. Don't forget to collect your accreditation. The sooner, the better. Thank you very much, colleagues. And also the applications online. Make sure that you visit the DERCO website, the GCIS website on regular basis to check also the updates. And thank you very much, colleagues. So,